Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the live show. It is Sunday night. It's January 11th. There's all kinds of good playoff games today in the NFL. And the Eagles just lost. They just got knocked out. So let's go through everything, see what's going on, what's going to be happening in the market. How about that AMC call, everybody? I bet you guys were happy about that one as well. That was a pretty nice call. And we'll go through that too. So all information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only, not intended as financial advice. Always do your due diligence. How is everybody on this Sunday night? Here you go. That was the heat map on Friday. Google, Tesla, Amazon, AVGO was ripping Microsoft up. Apple was still just kind of hanging out, but that could be a good opportunity right here this week. So we'll be keeping an eye on Apple as it's been dipping down there. Let me try to get the cursor up there. There we go. And you can see it's been dipping down pretty good. And that could have been a bottom on Thursday. And then trying to get set back up on Friday. So we'll keep an eye on that. They do have earnings coming up on January 29th. I guess some earnings are going to be coming up real soon. So that'll be fun to watch and some good catalysts right there. So let's go and see what the catalyst will be for the market this week. What's going to be happening, what's going on, and what we're getting into. And of course, the NFL games are on. And we have the Steelers and the Ravens still playing tonight. So some good NFL action. Like I said, Eagles just got beat by the 49ers. They're going home. And then the Bills beat the Jaguars. That was a pretty good pretty good game as well. And then the Bears beat the Packers. That was a good one yesterday. And even the Rams and Panthers game was a good one. The Rams beat the Panthers. So pretty good games there so far in the NFL playoffs. So we'll get the Ravens versus the Steelers, and I'll keep you guys updated on that one as it starts. And let's get through the market. Flat opening here in the overnight trading. So that's what Luis Rodriguez has for us. And let me know if if the stream is right. I was trying to fix things the other day. I don't know what I did. You guys know. I don't know what happened. I tried to get it back to where it was. So let me know if it's back to normal or whatever. And then I added a little intro there, and Laptop Travel sent me a little jingle. So I'll add that after the show. I just didn't have time. So there you are with a little intro action. And I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. It just flew right by. Here we are, Sunday evening, looking at the market already, NFL games and everything else. So let's get to it and see what's going on right here. ONDS, this was dipping down a little bit, and that could have topped out, but again, who knows? You have the Iran thing going on. These things started blasting off at the end on Friday at some point. What was it, in the beginning of the day? Yeah, they just started cruising there and then came dipping down. But they could obviously get really moving again, and they are very volatile right now. And, of course, there's some action going on in Iran. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing anything there yet, but I would assume something's going to be happening over there very soon. So we'll go ahead and look at our aerospace and defense as well. And here is Galaxy. That was down a little bit. That looks like it's going to pull back a little bit. And of course, we'll look at crypto and see what that's doing. Bitcoin looks like it's at 91,000. Ethereum at 31,142, it looks like, or something. No, 31,14 it says. And Solana's at 140, not looking too bad there. And Ripple's at 204. And Cardano's at 38, almost 39 cents. Stellar at 22. So we'll take a look at crypto. It's not looking too bad. It didn't fall through to 20. I don't think it couldn't have. If Bitcoin's at 91, it definitely didn't fall through. And again, that was that little pullback, perfectly called, right to the 20s, and bam, now you're getting rolling back off, just as we talked about. So Bitcoin looking good. Ethereum, so I'd assume BMNR should be a good one tomorrow. UPXI for Solana should be a good one. They look really good right there. So crypto looking pretty good going into tomorrow. And let's see what else is going on here. ASTS, let's see what's happening with AST Space Mobile. That was cruising on Friday, ripping up there early. Did have a little bit of pullback, but this thing was moving up there, and it did get over $100 right there. So there you go with ASTS and UMAC right here. This one was also cruising. Then it took a nice little dip right there. So we'll see what UMAC wants to do tomorrow, and that's Unusual Machines, how that opens up. Nuclear has been looking good, and we were talking about it, and look at it. It looks like it still wants to go up tomorrow, so I'd keep Nuclear on the list for tomorrow. It does look pretty good right there. SMR right there looks pretty good. Hitting the 50, we'd have to see that tomorrow, but it is curling up, not looking too bad is what it looks like. And Oklo, I have that somewhere on the list, and it was cruising along as well. And again, that red look right there, but we'd have to look at that one in the morning just to see how these are reacting, and they could just have a little run up, pull back a little bit as your 20 gets set up on Oklo, and we'll see what that looks like there. So let's keep on cruising right through our list, see what else is going on. That's your nuclear ones. Rocket Lab right here, RKLB, that was trying to run back up. It's staying in the top there, and we'll see what it wants to do tomorrow. It looks like it's trying to roll back up there. It looked like it was staying pretty strong, but no guarantees. And again, the aerospace defense ones aren't looking too bad. We'll take a look at a few other ones as we go on. And Kodak right here, this one's been dipping hard, and it's under that 50 right there, and looks like it could pull. Maybe that's the bottom. I don't know. I thought it was going to bottom out right about here and try to get moving. Maybe it just wanted to dip under that 50 a little bit, and now it wants to bounce up. Maybe we'll have a good look at tomorrow morning and see it try to move back. I don't know about that look, though. Kodak not looking so hot. Let's put it that way. Right there for KODK. And let's look at this one, UAVS. This has been running up there since we added it to the list. It is hitting some resistance. And another one we'd have to just look at in the morning, EOSC, is another one running up since we added it to the list down here at the bottom. And that thing is looking pretty good, and you can keep an eye on that. That's an electrical equipment and parts company right there, EOSE, and that is pretty good. And then your Trump company ones, crypto companies. This one, ABTC, dipping down. Pew was looking good the other day on Friday. Let's see what it looked like. Look at that. Pew was looking really good, like I was just saying. So Pew maybe has some momentum, especially with crypto looking pretty good this evening. So I would look at PEW tomorrow. That could continue to run tomorrow. And let's see what the rest of these guys are doing, like NCPL. That was looking pretty good last week, continuing up a little bit. And your PSQH right here isn't looking too bad. It's sitting on the 20, a little bit of pullback. I know it's spiked up there. And again, crypto not looking bad. These are the Trump crypto companies. And let's look at BMNR. Like I said, this one should look pretty good tomorrow. I would assume it will be. I would assume it's going to be curling right back up there with Ethereum looking pretty good. Obviously, wasn't looking so hot there on Friday, as you could see it pulling back, but it will get changed around. It runs the direction of Ethereum. Obviously, it is the biggest Ethereum treasury, and SBET right here, same situation. Another one that will run around tomorrow if crypto keeps up, and it does look like it's looking pretty good to continue. UPXI right here, big Solana treasury, and that's been holding up and looks like it wants to get ripping there, so that could be a good one. And ORBS right here, check out this bad boy, ORBS, way down there. That could be an opportunity. That looked like it bottomed out down there at that 160, and we're down at that area again, and crypto's looking good because you could have an absolute bounce right there. For ORBS and FGNX, it's continuing to look good right here. Look at this bad boy. This one's solid right there. You could have a momentum play, especially with crypto looking good. So FGNX, definitely one to keep an eye on for tomorrow, especially, like I said, crypto looking good. Let's take a look at it in 1 second there, and let's see what it's up to. We were just looking at a few of them, but let's just see real quick. Like I said, I'm just going to run. Oh, did I just hit that thing? I hate when I do that. Hold on. Yeah, look at that thing. That is looking pretty good, guys. I know we just looked at it, but look at that. That is curling up there. I would say they're all looking pretty good. I'm just going to look at that right there just to see the smaller ones and chain link because I stopped. And yeah, no, I think we're good for crypto to get rolling up there. I think BMNR and them other Ethereum treasury ones and crypto treasury ones are looking good. So we're going to want to write down crypto for tomorrow because that looks good right there. Laptop Travel and Luis Rodriguez. And let's see what else is going on in the market. Oh man, Laptop Travel. Holy cow, you were throwing up over the sink. Oh man, over I didn't even read over the latest criminal investigations into the Fed chair. What's going on? Too much BS going on. Just run the country. What happened? I don't even know what happened there. Laptop Travel. So 1 week of stability with him. You're crazy, Laptop Travel. What are you, nutty? Come on now. It's the most volatile time ever. I don't even know what was going on, what's happening. Let's read the news and then we'll keep on going here and we'll go through our QMCO, our computer hardware, quantum ones. We'll just cruise right through our list tonight And again, you guys can enjoy the last playoff game for tonight. There's a game on tomorrow night as well. I forgot the Chargers Patriots play tomorrow night. I forgot that there was a Monday night game, and it's on Peacock, NBC and Peacock, I guess. And so there you go. And let's see what else. Or no, that's tonight. The Chargers. What am I talking about? That's tonight. Tomorrow night's the Texans and Steelers. What am I? Aren't the Ravens and Steelers playing tonight? What the heck am I even talking about? Didn't it just say that? No, that's the NFL net. What the heck? I was looking at the wrong damn thing. I'm sorry, guys. I gave you the wrong info. It's the Chargers and Patriots tonight. I hate this thing. Told me what was going on the NFL Network. I cared. I hate when I was just looking at the Hulu thing real quick and looking at the schedule because I thought it was the game. And I just clicked on it. It always brings up the NFL. I should have known. It always pulls up the NFL Network for whatever reason, the very first one. And I just happened to look at it real quick. Wasn't even paying attention. But yeah, they ain't playing tonight, the Ravens and Steelers. It's the Chargers and Patriots tonight. And then tomorrow night's the Steelers and the Texans. I was going to say, I didn't think the Ravens were even playing. But anyway, so yeah, that's what NFL Network has on. Dummies. And Hulu making me look at the wrong thing right there. Anyway, that's what's going on in the NFL. I told you the right games that were the ones that finished. But yeah, Chargers Patriots tonight, getting ready for that one. Should kick off real soon. And then the Texans and Steelers are tomorrow night. So there you go. And I'll keep you updated on Chargers Patriots tonight. No one even caught that, or there you guys were just like, is this guy an idiot? And again, I was looking at the Hulu and it said I have no idea. Every time I turn it on, NFL Network always pops up as the very first one, even though I never watch it. So interesting for sure. But anyway, let's go through and see what's going on with the QMCO and our computer hardware and quantum ones. And like I said, we'll just cruise right through the market and you guys can go watch the Chargers and Patriots, but we'll keep you posted as we're on here and look at QMCO. It looks like it's pulling back a little bit right there. Let's see what these guys are doing right here. Yeah, that kind of looks like it. I mean, it's in the channel. I would say I would have to look at it tomorrow. It looks like it would rather pull back at the moment, but we'll look at it tomorrow and see what it wants to do. Let's take a look at the rest of these guys. RGTI, a little bit of pullback, but it's sitting right there. And we know they have a little bit of pullback and then they get blasting off. So the dips are usually great opportunities. So I'm not going to say they're going to go dipping down hard or even pulling back hard. QBTS, you can see that pulling back, but it does have some good support there and could easily bounce right off the MACD. So let's see how these open up tomorrow. I remember looking at them on Friday. They were pulling back. I meant to type in QTUM right there. That was up, and that's the Defiance Quantum ETF. So it doesn't make sense that the other ones are all down, and then the ETF one is up. So IONQ pulling back there. RCAT was looking good the last few days. It was spiking up. It did pull back a little bit. And then there's your Z-Space trying to get moving right there. Look at it. Looking pretty good, guys. I do think Z-Space could be a good one. I know we've talked about it for a long time, and I think Laptop Travel had mentioned it on the small cap show, which is tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So we'll be on for that bad boy, and we'll see what Laptop Travel has in mind. I think I gave out AMC. Did I not? What did I? I'll look at my paper later. I'm not sure exactly where it's at, but I probably did mention AMC last week. I'm pretty sure I did. And speaking of AMC, just take a look at this thing, guys. Holy cow, look at that bad boy. And I mean, it is still looking good. It looks like it wants to continue up. I'm not going to lie. We'll see what it wants to do in the morning. But wow, what a call that one is. It has some good resistance there, but it is curling through. Maybe it sets up even better and gets rocking and rolling. But who enjoyed that call right there, guys? That was crazy, huh? It was dead in the water, was it not? And then bam, look at that thing. Went cruising up. I think everybody in the Discord was pretty impressed about that one. And a lot of people did call the buy options on it just because I kept saying it was setting up and it looked good. So I guess people do trust me, which is I guess really nice to know. And but I like to know that they're gonna really pop when we say it, and it absolutely did. Look at that bad boy AMC. So I gave you that guy, and it did exactly what it was supposed to do right there. And again, the option chain was just absolutely insane. Look at this thing. I mean, and that's at $20. We probably all should have held it, to be honest with you. But over the weekend, we can always buy more if it really wants to go crazy up here. But anyway, that was a nice pop right there on Friday. I must say that was a beauty right there. So hope a lot of people locked them in on AMC, hit that bad boy because that was a good one. And we were definitely early. I didn't see anybody else talking about AMC setting up or doing anything. And we caught that off the bottom. 170 in overnight. There you go, Luis Rodriguez. It's up even more. I knew it was going to run up more. I said it. I just didn't trust it right there, to be honest with you. 170, no, it's not that high. It's probably hitting the 20 is probably what it's doing right there. And that's why I didn't really trust it. Yeah, 172 right there. Again, I just didn't really trust it, and I figured I had the options that expired on this Friday, actually. So if I really want to, I'll buy more. Going out a little bit further, but that was a beautiful hit. If you guys saw, I posted it. I don't know. I bought more the day before when it dipped down because I was way down. I wasn't way down, but my options were pretty much like down and out. And I was like, well, they're really cheap right now, and this thing is getting crazy looking. I mean, as it hit this MACD line, I could see something was going on, and then it just looked like that dip and rip look. And remember, Laptop Travel, I did say that the night before, and then bam, there you go. So I did load up a little bit more on it, but I didn't have that big of a position of it, and but it was still pretty good right there. And so yeah, 170 overnight. It is cruising up a little bit more. We'll keep an eye on that in the morning. But how about that one right there? Beautiful setup, beautiful pop. Exactly what we like to see, that's for sure. So there you go with that. And let me see something here. I don't even know what's on. Let me see. Let me put yeah, I'm telling I put on the first one that popped up on my phone. That's what I was looking at. And it literally was the NFL network. And I'm trying to put the football game on that it's about to start. But anyway, there you go. It'll come on. And so yeah, there's AMC. What a beauty. And anyway, let's keep on cruising through. UNH, let's look at our healthcare. They've been pulling back a little bit, but this Oscar's setting up and looking great. I don't know. We'll have to look at that in the morning, but it does look good. I mean, it's been running up right there. That MOH was running up, and it still doesn't. It does look kind of bad now coming down. We'll keep an eye on them and see if healthcare wants to get set back up. They were looking pretty good there, and obviously ran up pretty well, and now they do look like they're going to pull back a little bit right there. So maybe we have a nice little pullback, and then they get cruising back up. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. That's for sure. For the healthcare ones, Open Door looking pretty good. That was running up. Remember, we were talking about that, and they were pumping this thing up a little bit last week too, ASST. And let me go back to it right there. So they were pumping that up, but it doesn't look great. But Open Door not looking bad with the rates and everything. To Trump's $200 billion mortgage bond plan obviously helped that. Obviously helped LDI. That was looking really good right there. And Home Depot right here. This was popping up pretty big the other day. And of course, Lowe's was looking pretty good as well. So them guys were all looking good. I know they're on the list somewhere around here. So I just wanted to go through them. And then we also have Sinestech getting set up right here. So I do think it's in a pretty good spot right there, Ross, and could get bouncing. It was in a really good spot. I think that could have been some good pullback, and then it could get cruising. So how are you, Sam? You got the kids watching with you tonight. Nice. I won't say anything crazy then. How's that? And not that I ever really do, but yeah, and then we'll watch the football game and see what's up with that. Like I said, we'll keep an eye on that. I'll keep you guys posted. And it is, why is this thing not changing? I don't even know. Anyway, I'll try to get this thing to come on for me at some point here. Here we go. Now it just came on. All right. So the Chargers and the Patriots game's on, and I won't look at NFL Network. How's that? So and why did I even know the I knew the Pats were playing. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I guess I wasn't really thinking. I was just kind of looking at things and getting ready for the show and just kind of wrote it down as I was going and not paying attention. But yeah. All right. So there's the game 0-0 kicked off. Chargers and the and the Patriots. They're in New England, and then tomorrow night's game's on, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. And let's see what is MTPLF? I can't think of it. Meta Planet, that's what it is. MTPLF right here. That's been looking good, Luis Rodriguez. You're right. I remember when that ran up real big back here, and now it's down, and it does look pretty good right there for MTPLF. You guys can keep an eye on that Meta Planet. Maybe I'll give that out, or Laptop Travel, if you want to check it out. That one would be a good one for the small cap show right there. You can credit Luis Rodriguez with it. One of us will give it out for you there, Luis Rodriguez. How's that? And that can be a small cap show pick right there, because it certainly is a good one, that's for sure. And let's see. Let's just cruise right through our list. So yeah, Open Door, not looking bad. We'll see what them housing ones look like, but I went through a bunch of them. They were looking pretty good. And then Hertz right here. Let's see what it's up to. It's up a little bit, nothing crazy. Still getting set up. I still think Hertz is still looking good right here, guys. I think Hertz could be getting set up. I know I said it last week or the week before, and I think it's trying to set up. And Michael Anthony said the Fed news sending the markets crashing right there. I don't even know what's going on. Let me see what's happening here. Powell's under criminal investigation over the Federal Reserve headquarters renovation. And is that what's going on? I didn't even see any of this. So, and Powell took to Twitter to accuse the president of politically motivated persecutions. And you guess Comey, Letitia James, or whatever her name is. What is it? Lydia? I don't even know what her name is. And Powell will share their Trump stories. Yeah, that's too funny right there, huh? And not that they've never had politically motivated things against him or anything. So it is very interesting. Our country is very politically divided. That was the word. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, especially right now after the whole ICE shooting and everything like that. So what is it? Letitia James. Thank you, Laptop Travel. Letitia James. That's her name. That's her name? Letitia James. I didn't even know what her name was. I just know she was the one that tried to she's the one that tried to prosecute Trump or whatever, or get him in trouble in the New York court, and then turned around that she was and then she is up to no good with mortgage fraud. So, I mean, want to talk about something to bite you in the ass right there. She's got, her niece living in a house that she took a loan out and said that it was her personal home, but she's now obviously a rental property. If she doesn't live in it and her niece lives in it, that's a rental property. And unless the niece is on the title. So, if not, she is definitely not. It's called a rental. And yeah, it's kind of interesting right there. Whether she's paying her or not, it doesn't matter. It's still a rental. Someone's covering the cost, and it's not a you understand what I'm saying. I know, because I used to do home inspections, so I know how that stuff works. And yeah, and the towns and everybody go after you for rental properties and this and that, plus mortgage and everybody else. So interesting stuff. But yeah, she was the one that got caught up in all that stuff there. So kind of fascinating anyway. And let's see, Hertz, yeah, looking good. Let's see what Chipotle was up, and that is just slowly going up into the top right there, Luis Rodriguez, and slowly still looking good somehow. And what about Cracker Barrel right here, guys? It pulled back a little bit. Still doesn't look too bad here, but we'll obviously have to look at it tomorrow. It is getting set up right there, I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know if it's just gonna pop up and then come crashing down. That could be and honestly, if it does that and it comes popping up and just crashes down real hard, it might be a sign that they're really doing bad right there. So they're just getting like a real quick pump right here, and then it could come really down. And that is from that they cut their corporate staff, and again, that's not a good thing. I'm telling you guys, they may be looking at bankruptcy sooner than later right here. I'm not gonna lie about Cracker Barrel. It still don't look great, and I'm telling you, it ran up because they made cost cuts, and people in the market love that. They love when you see that. Better look at stocks that hasn't rallied, and at the lows, Cracker Barrel that you buy at the lows. Yeah, it's at pretty lows down here, Lewis, Michael Anthony. I'm not gonna lie, but again, I'd be careful. I'd watch for a pop, and you know that they're always popping before some kind of crazy news, but it will take a nice dip, so you better lock in those profits, that's for sure. And let's see, that's Cracker Barrel right there. We're going to keep it on the list. You know that. We're not taking that bad boy off. Oil right here, natural gas is dipping down right here. And you can see UNG was pulling back as well, pretty hardcore. So there you go with Boyle. And then Gush right there is your oil and gas. And it had been running up the other day. It still doesn't look too bad right there. So we'll keep an eye on that. And of course, Oxy right there, just dipping around. I mean, just setting up as it dips around. Look at it, pops up on one day and then pulls back a little bit, but still looks really good. And all them oil and gas companies, look at ExxonMobil, CVX right here was back up there a little bit, jumping back up. So you keep an eye on all them. They're not looking too bad right there, and they could continue to run up there as well. You just watch for them dip opportunities. And Plug right here pulling back some and could pull back a little bit more. We'll see what it wants to do as it hits that MACD, pulling back. QuantumScape pulling back as well, and that looks like it's dipping down. And then of course your IMRX, this one is an interesting one. Some people played this beautifully in the Discord, I'm not gonna lie. Some people played this thing right on that dip at 420 and then got rid of it up here in the 480s. It was a really nice play right there, nice 60-cent scalp, and I mean it was within a matter of moments too. So that was a pretty one right there for a couple people in the old Discord. And if you have any questions about Discord, clearly hit me up. You guys know I was in there talking about AMC, and I'm telling you, we murdered that in Discord. It's great. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Ben already put out some of his morning note and some ideas. I didn't even get a chance to look at it yet, but I'll check it out. Here's Rich Tech Robotics right here, and that's a little healthy pullback, but still getting set up right there. Lucid. Here you go, another January FEC play that ran up. It could be getting set back up. I'll be keeping my eye on Lucid tomorrow. Luis Rodriguez and Laptop Travel. I think it could be another play. And you guys know I got out of it the other day on the pop-up, and then I may re-enter that bad boy right there. So I think Lucid looking pretty good. We'll keep an eye on that. I'm going to jot it down over here, LCID. And there you are with that. Definitely keep an eye on that one. Snap right here, pulling back, and that's had a big old run up, so I don't know about that. I probably wouldn't chase that, but Elf was looking good, and we were all over this one. And Ulta right here was up. I remember seeing that one up. Estee Lauder not looking too bad, and look at them three. We were all early on the Alpha crew right there, and that's Estee Lauder, Elf, and Ulta. So the beauty product ones we were completely early with, and there you are with them guys. And let me see what else is going on right here. Let me see. What are you saying over there, Laptop Travel? I see you had your hand up for something. It was a big hit when they captured our American diplomat hostages from our U.S. Embassy in 1979. So there you are. I'm not even sure what you're referring to right there, but anyway, I'll go through and read everything because I know you guys were talking, and they were talking about the all kinds of stuff going on in PAL and all kinds of nonsense happening tonight. I didn't even see any of it, to be honest with you. Just been busy working, and had some football games in the background. I forgot who was even playing, so there you are. But it is the Chargers and the Patriots. The Chargers had the ball, and it looks like they're crossing the 50-yard line right there. So it is the first quarter. And let's see what's going on. That was our Elf crew right there. And they are all popped up there. I don't know what I just typed in, but I was trying to get the IREN. This one was running up as well. And not looking too bad. We'll see what that looks like tomorrow. IREN, that's a capital market one, but could be pretty good. Like I said, crypto looking really good, and Bitcoin and them. Gold, that might be your bottom right there, Joseph Levy. It's in the basement now. Let's hope it doesn't get into the dungeon. And honestly, we got to keep an eye on this. It is bullish up here, and I think this Galt is going to get set up. We definitely have to keep an eye on that, Joseph Levy. And I know you like that one. And I'm not sure why it even dipped down, but I'd say it's probably a good opportunity right there. Redwire still running up. Could be a good one for tomorrow, so you might want to keep an eye on Redwire. And again, we'll go through some aerospace and defense ones like Lockheed Martin right there. That was running back up with no problem. It still looks pretty good. Huntington Ingalls, that was running up the other day. That wasn't looking bad. And what about your Northrop Grumman running up and looks pretty good right there? I would say Northrop Grumman looks pretty solid tomorrow. So keep an eye on NOC right there. That looks pretty good. We looked at Oklo. We were talking about it before. And again, I said it does look pretty good to run up. It was going up in the after hours, as you can see. But I would have to see it in the morning. It was spiking up there, running all over the place. We'll look at it in the morning. Nuclear does look pretty solid and looks like it does want to continue up. We looked at Lowe's and Home Depot. Here's FedEx and UPS. UPS right here was running up, spiking up. Not looking too bad. These guys have been running up there, and there's FedEx kind of similar and running up there. Remember, we were looking at these bad boys down here, and now they're in the 300s. They were in like the 280s probably back down there. Now they're in the threes, and they had looked good. We were saying that before, and they just continued to run up right there for FedEx and UPS right there. So both of them pretty solid right at the moment. And there you go. So we'll see how much they want to really run up. That's in the top right there. And they do have earnings coming up relatively soon. So we do have earnings popping up soon. That's going to be fun right there. And let me see what else is going on with our list right here. Here's play right here where you just talked. Somebody was mentioning that. Michael Anthony play need plat. What is to dip to $14? I don't know. Here's play right here. That's Dave and Buster's. That's not a bad one, but look at it hitting the MACD. We'd have to see it tomorrow and see what the market looks like. If it's a bad market, play will come down a little bit. What are you talking about? Is this one plat right there? I don't even know what you're talking about. Play? What is he saying? Play. He said something about play, but then he said plat. I don't know what you're talking about, Michael Anthony. But anyway, I will come back and look at all them. Play was on here anyway. Here's TEM right here. TEM taking a nice dip. That could be a little dip and rip situation right there. Luis Rodriguez, TEM back to the 20 and try to pop up. I'll look at Tempest AI, see what it wants to do there tomorrow. Here you go, Zach. Your Rocket Mortgage is running up there, looking pretty healthy, getting more into the top right there. And there you are with RKT and LDI we looked at. That was running up, not looking bad. Could continue its way up tomorrow. We've had this vision wave on, and look at that bad boy. Wow, that was running pretty nice right there. We've had it on our list for a little while as it's been setting up, and somebody gave us a good one right there for VWAV. That was a nice one. We looked at Lockheed Martin. It was already running up there, still looking pretty good to try to pop up into the top. And IVP is obviously in veterinarian one, Inspire Veterinarian. It's a penny stock way down here in the basement, and we'll see if it ever gets set up or if it's going to reverse split before it tries to get set up. Here's LAC, Lithium Americas Corp, and just kind of that little pullback, healthy pullback look there Friday. Not too bad. And Luis Rodriguez, there's our translation right there. It says all those stocks that recently rallied up. I'll look at it. I'll go through everything and then read it. Luis Rodriguez is here. We can use our Michael Anthony translator. So I'll go through them all. Let me just cruise through here, and that way we can hop through the market today, get done, so everybody can go and enjoy the last Sunday night. Well, not the last Sunday night game, but the last night for tonight, the last playoff game tonight, I'll say, the Patriots-Chargers. It's 0-0 first quarter right there. Chargers are marching down the field, it looks like. And let's see what LAC was up to. Like I said, just a little healthy pullback look right there. And material ones, MP Materials right here, not looking bad as well. So I would say keep an eye on this MP. That's looking pretty good tomorrow. At least it did on Friday. Look at that bad boy. It was trying to curl up right there. It looks like it's trying to continue to curl up as well. So there you go, MP. FISV, this Pfizer or whatever. We got this one and talking about it. And this one looks pretty good going into tomorrow. So keep an eye on that one right there. That could get cruising as well. That was a January pick. And let's see what else has happened. And the Muse right here weren't looking too bad. They ran up early on Friday and then pulled back. You can see ran up early and then pulled back right there. So we'll see what the 4Us want to do going into next week. And MOBX right here is another cheapy one that bottomed out. Remember, we were looking at it, bottomed out the other day. It's slowly but surely trying to make its way up. We'll see. It could roll down off that MACD right there. So just watch for that. And then this MIMI we were watching for this one, Doge Mama 9, to see if this one ever wanted to get rolling. It was in a good spot right there until Friday hit, and then it got dipping down. I was watching that thing actually, and we'll see what it wants to do. Maybe that's going to be a dip and rip. Keep an eye on that in the morning right there. If not, we'll have to see tomorrow. We'll have to see after tomorrow, obviously, what it wants to do. But that could be a dip and rip look right there, Doge Mama 9. Laptop travel in the morning. So MI, just watch that one right there for that dip and rip look. And here's that MREO. Remember, I told you this one was getting set up right here. We had it on our penny stock list, and it is set up, and it was running up 28% right there. It looks like it wants to curl up some more. So you might want to keep an eye on MREO right there. Not looking too bad. So that was a good one we gave out on the show as well. And I had it on the night list. And let's see what Samuel Adams is doing here. Luis Rodriguez, you might be home enjoying one. It was a healthy pullback there on Friday, not looking bad. That could continue to fly up, just like Fly right here was flying up. I was playing this in the Discord, and I was talking about it in the live trading. So if you guys were in there, you guys knew I talked about it, and it did fly up there. It was a good one on Friday. And there you go for FLY right there. So I played that one. MGIH. Let me see. What the heck did I type in? I don't know. But MGIH, this one was getting to be in a pretty good spot and still is in a pretty good spot. I would keep an eye on that MGIH into tomorrow's laptop travel. Watch that thing in the morning. That could be an interesting one right there. And that path had been on a good path. It was dipping down on Friday, and let's see, it's hitting a little support line. Maybe it'll try to bounce right back up right there for PATH. So watch for that bounce play right there. I don't know what Trend Spider's doing, just taking its time, and that's not on the right path right now. Let's see. Come on, let's go. Put path up there. There we go. Yeah, that's dipping down right there. It looked like it was in a bad path at the moment. Looks like the Chargers are on the right path to try to score real quick. Let's see. They're about to go in the end zone. And let's see what else is going on here. Nope, they did not. And that's path AMY right here, that United States Anatomy. That one was up. This one looks really good too. I would say keep an eye on this one to try to run up tomorrow as well. UAMY, not looking bad right there. Get in the silver all overnight if you can. Is it running up? What's gold doing right there? Gold, if silver's going to run gold. Yeah, they both look great, guys. I would say I agree with you. Laptop travel, silver is looking really good. I would say silver's looking nice as well. So definitely one to keep an eye on tomorrow. SLV right there. You can look at them calls. We usually check out SIL, and that looks pretty good and curling up really nice right there, as a matter of fact. Let's look at Miji right here. That's another cheaper one, and that is a capital market. It was trying to get set up down here. I'll have to look at that one tomorrow. MIGI. And let's look at Michael Anthony's right here, ABEO. That one was setting up. Look at that bad boy. It dipped down, and man, that thing is getting set up there, Michael Anthony. I would say ABEO. Watch for the dips because it will get cruising there. That D-Lo ran up. Remember, I told you I got out of it. I had a very small position. We were talking about it. It was setting up. I said I was going to get some. I did it, ran up a little bit, got out of it, it's pulling back. It may just roll right off that MACD. Could be another play right there. Michael Anthony, how do you think about that? Feel about D-Lo again? And there you are. LW, remember we were talking about this guy, and it got set up, curling up, running up, and could be another one to keep your eye on for tomorrow, guys. So I was talking about that one. I do have options on that one. You sold DLO also. There you go, Michael Anthony. So we were on the same page. Your UEC right here has been running up and been looking good for that uranium. We'll have to look at it tomorrow to see if it wants to continue. And there you go with them. And we have to find out if Jolie, Asian Jolie's okay. I reached out to her. I haven't heard back. Everybody, I hope pray for Asian Jolie because I don't know what happened. She hope everything's okay. She's never just kind of dipped out more than like 2 days ever. So the only time she ever did that, she was in the hospital. So I hope Asian Jolie's okay. Hopefully she returns back tomorrow. We see some Jolie's jumpers, and we know that Asian Jolie's safe and sound and all good. So just thinking about Asian Jolie. I did not hear from her, so just thinking about her. Hopefully everything's okay. But we'll go through our Jolie's jams right here, and here is your rhythm right here, RYM. We can't get into our rhythm without our Jolie's jams and our Jolie's jumpers in the morning, that's for sure. And rhythm is pulling back there. Here's Blink right here, and that is pulling back a little bit as well. That's trying to get set up. Excuse me. And then Sizzle right here is going to get sizzling, guys. So definitely keep your eye on that. SEZL. We already know it likes to run big, and it's going to get moving right there. And how about your Sterling? You reached out several times over the weekend over as well. So yeah, I'm concerned about Asian Jolie. Sterling looking real good right here, guys. You can keep an eye on this STRL as well. We know that likes to run pretty well. And let's see what Rivian's up to. That one was trying to get set back up. Looks like it's pulling back a little bit. We'll see tomorrow. And then Symbiotic right here. Let's take a look and see. Symbiotic is just a little bit flat. That looks like it'll continue its way up as well. So I'll look at Symbiotic tomorrow. We'll get a better idea on that. And let's see what else is going on with our laptop travel list right here. So what happened in the game? It's still 0-0. I guess the Chargers were down in the red zone right there, and they didn't even score. I don't know what happened, but apparently they didn't score because the Patriots have the ball out at like the 50-yard. They just crossed the 50-yard line. So, wow. I guess the Patriots are now marching down the field to go score, and the Chargers didn't come up with anything. I don't know if they had a turnover or what happened. I'm not sure if they went for it on fourth. No idea. Wasn't really paying attention. But anyway, that's a little update for you guys right there. And let's see what's going on with our laptop travel list. I'll just rip right through these guys. You guys can keep an eye on the laptop travel one. Keep your notes and see what you like. CETX got ripping last week. I remember. Wasn't looking bad. You can see it right there. It was ripping Friday, hitting a little resistance. So we'll keep an eye. This ENGS had been setting up and running up as well. And I would say, remember, I marked this one the other day. I said that was setting up right there. That one could continue up. ENGS. Keep an eye on that one right now. That one's going to be running possibly in the morning. It looks like Theme right here was another one you had on the list, and that one was running up there on Friday. GIPR, and it's still not looking bad. GIPR not looking bad. That was running up as well. So, yeah, you had a bunch of these on the list all week. GNPX at Genprex, that's moving along looking pretty good. Oh, yeah, that rhythm could fall. You're absolutely right. Unless the cannabis stocks start moving, that will move with the cannabis stocks. We'll look at a few of them in a minute. INM right here. That one's trying to cruise along. It was hitting the 50 though, so we'd have to look at it. And IPM, Intelligent Protection Management, and that's hitting a little resistance right there. So we definitely have to look at that one as the market opens tomorrow. And NEUP running up there, hitting some. Look at these things all on the channel, looking good as usual, like the laptop travel list always does. And here's your PHGE, and that one looks like it's going to get moving some more tomorrow. You can keep an eye on PHGE. That looks real good. ENGS. A couple other ones look really good on this list as well. SEV right here. Let's see. That's a fairly new one. And that's even trying to get up into that channel. So there you are with SEV, and SHPH is like Shuttle Pharmaceuticals. I thought it was shipping something. It's Shuttle Pharmaceuticals. There you are. And that wasn't looking bad. It did spike up. I'd have to see it tomorrow just because of that big spike right there. And then the pullback on a Friday. Tact right there. Same situation. Big runaround on Friday and just in that little channel right there. So we'd have to see that one. And TIRX right here. Tuan, I don't even know. It's a China one. I know I'm familiar with it, but it does look good. Look at that thing trying to roll up there. I would keep an eye on that TIRX and WTF. Is that Walton something financial? Yeah, Watton Financial. Look at that thing looking really good right there, guys, for WTF. And you can watch that one and yell out WTF as it goes up. And YSXT. Wow, that one's a hard letter combination, but that looks really good right there. YSXT right there. You know, that's a China one with them letter combination. And Zeo Energy right here's an energy one in the US, and that is curling back up, not looking bad. So keep an eye on good old Zeo right there. So there you go with your laptop travel list. There's some really good ones. ENGS, that PHGE. And then your TIRX, keep an eye on, and WTF, YSXT, and ZO, and some other ones in there looking good. Thank you, Laptop Travel. And let's cruise right through our SPY, Mag 7, all them guys real quick. Then we'll take a look and see what you guys want to see, and we'll wrap it up as early as we can so everyone can go and enjoy the Patriots and Chargers game. It's still 0-0 in the first quarter. It looks like the Patriots had the ball, and they are on the 40-yard line, the Chargers 40. So they're trying to get down there to score at the moment. And let's go ahead and see what our SPY wants to do tomorrow. That did close nice and green. It does look good. You said the futures are flat this evening, and the Qs right here, they were up as well, and they look like they want to run pretty big. So we'll have to see what's going on. Obviously, in the morning, I'm not sure what's happening with all this Fed stuff and all that other talk, so I have no idea. We're going to go read the news stories. Let's do it real quick. Here we are right there. So dollar reels on criminal probe in the Fed chair, pal. Stock futures slide as Trump's DOJ opens criminal investigation in the Fed chair, pal. And pal says Justice Department served Fed with subpoenas. Pal says criminal investigation by Trump's Justice Department threatens Fed independence. Mag 7 stock market dominance shows sign of cracking. Holy cow. I didn't even... when we were talking about it, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together that they were, wow, that's pretty wild. Yeah, subpoenaing the whole entire Fed. What is that all about, guys? Can you guys fill me in on that? I have no idea, but let's see what this says right here. At 850, U.S. stocks hit record highs, AI chip makers, and drive broad sector rotation and all that good jazz right there. So, yeah, that's interesting. Trump's DOJ opening up criminal investigation in the Fed chair, pal. Wasn't it into like their renovation or something of that headquarters or something? Then they spend like an ass load of money or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, futures turned red after the pal post. So that's what happened, guys. So we'll have to see what happens in the morning. Obviously, the market could get all turned around, and that's why you never know, even at like 8:30 on a Sunday night during the playoffs and NFL playoff, you can have something crazy happen, like Powell have to tweet out that the Fed's getting subpoenaed and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead, see what our Mag 7 and everybody else is doing right here. That was your SPY and Qs. And here is your Apple right here. It's been a bad Apple for sure, but we'll see what's happening. And honestly, if the market's going to dip down, you're going to see that pulling back, and then there earnings come up at the end of the month, so maybe we see some pullback until the end of the month. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens tomorrow and see how the news or the market reacts to this Powell information. Amazon's looking strong right there. That doesn't look like it wants to cool off very much. And I know Google's been looking pretty good as well, so keep an eye on Google right there. We'll see if it wants to continue to curl up. Meta right here, that one was pretty strong on Friday, not looking too bad to try to go up, but we'll see how the market is on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when we get on. And Microsoft, like I said, that one's pulling back, but going to get set up right here, and it probably will roll off that MACD, and probably is a good opportunity right there. And let's see what NVIDIA is doing, if I can get to it. Hold on. There you go, NVIDIA. And it is just kind of hanging out there. We'll see if that one wants to roll off. It looks like it could come down a little bit, but we'll see what it wants to do tomorrow morning and how the whole market wants to react to this Powell news and Tesla trying to run right back up there. So there you go with TSLA and your Elon Musk Tesla there. And AMC, we were already talking about it, guys, but those of you just tuning in and didn't know, I was telling everybody to buy it the other day last week when it was all dipped down and beaten down right there. And I would say that was a pretty nice popper, that's for sure, for AMC. We'll take a look at it and see what it wants to do tomorrow. Apparently it's at 170 in the after hour or overnight hours. And we'll see what it looks like, and especially with the Powell news and all that. So Powell is leaving May 1st, so there you go. Yeah, just let it go, right? And the suggestion is that Powell lied under oath. It's a serious allegation. I guess it is, but anyway, It's all crazy chaos over there. And let's keep on cruising right through and see what's going on over here with Gem. That's Goldman Sachs. That's a ETF, but I want to go to GameStop because that one looks kind of interesting as well. Look at it getting set up right here. I think GameStop AMC, guys, what do you think? I think they could be getting cruising. Maybe they kick off the year in the market again, and we see that whole thing happen. And Chewy looks pretty good as well. And what about Unity? It's just a little bit of pullback. Unity could pull back a little bit more right there. Let's see what Netflix, that was pulling back right there. And Warner Brothers is up, looking pretty good. And let's see what that PSKY is still pulling back. So I think Netflix is going to have to get set up right here as this buyout comes with Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers looking pretty good, I must say, though. So definitely keep an eye on that WBD right there. Look at that bad boy trying to curl up, not looking bad. And let's see what else is going on with our semiconductors, and that's definitely not one, but AVGO is running up there, and it was curling up there looking pretty good on Friday. But the question is, it's hitting the 20. Does it want to get through there? What's the market going to look like tomorrow now that we have some whole thing going on with PAL and everything else now? So it's definitely going to be an interesting look first thing in the morning. So I don't even know if we can base anything right there off of these guys anyway. For the a lot of the market, MU still running up there, still a monster at 345. Looks like it wants to continue up. So keep an eye on good old MU and AVGO. If I could talk, MU, AVGO. Both of them looking pretty good right there. I would say keep an eye on them. They could be good ones for tomorrow. And again, we have to just see how the market's going to react to this whole PAL thing going on now. TSM, that's been a monster. That looks like it wants to curl back up there. So we might want to look at TSM options again. They were really nice. SMCI, that is going to get set up, guys. And I think that one could be a great one to be keeping an eye on, to be watching for some options in the future. AMD just kind of hanging out down there. Nothing too crazy at the moment for AMD. And Qualcomm was cruising along, and then it had a nice little pullback there on Friday. So there you go, a QCOM. We'll see what that wants to do as it's coming back to the 50. The Patriots are going for a field goal, and Snow is coming back down right there. So we'll watch for Snow for when it wants to go back up. So we'll see what's up with that. And let's see what PayPal is doing. That was coming down, and that was dipping. And here's your kick, and it looks like it's good. So it looks like the Patriots are up 3-0 right now over the Chargers. So there you go with your NFL update. And let's see, PayPal pulling back, hitting some support lines down there. Could have a nice bounce. I would keep an eye on PayPal, to be honest with you. That could be a good one. Intel's been ripping lately. Look at this thing. I don't know if it's going to rip much higher, but it's definitely been ripping. Remember, we did say it looked good not long ago. And Dell has that setup look. I think Dell gets set back up, guys, and could get cruising along right now. So you might want to keep an eye on that one. And IBM was starting to jump back up the other day. And there you go. It's curling up and looking pretty good. Palantir right here. It actually dipped down a little bit. I think it could get set up, but maybe it pulls back a little bit more tomorrow. And then Sophie right here was pulling back a little bit. Not too bad for SOFI. And then you have your Mara Riot and all these guys just kind of hanging out. But crypto does look a lot better right now. So these could look good in the morning. Here's your Clean Spark. And like I said, they're all just kind of hanging out. MicroStrategy down there on Friday, but could be a nice dip and rip look right there, especially, like I said, with Bitcoin looking pretty good. And Robinhood right here down a little bit. That does not look the best, but has some good support under it. So we'll have to see what Robinhood wants to do there. Tomorrow morning, Coinbase pulling back as well. And then Webull not looking too bad. Maybe Webull tries to get set up right here and gets a late run, late start for your January effect ones. It already ran up pretty good from down here, but see if it can really get cruising in that channel and then get moving some more. So there you go for bull. Maybe it'll get bullish. Space right here, not looking too bad. Again, your aerospace and defense, we looked at a few of them right there. And Boeing, not too bad as well, hitting some resistance and could stay in that top area, could jump over that resistance and really pop up. DJT wasn't so bad either there on Friday, so you keep an eye on that. It's been running around lately. Nike right here had that big spike, especially. Oh yeah, we forgot they didn't even have the news come out. No verdict there on the Supreme Court and the tariffs. So these ones, Nike and Lulu, they started dipping down. Lulu took a huge dip right there. It started to run up a little bit in anticipation, and then took a big old dip when the news didn't come out. Nike was running up early too, and then it did pull back. It's still up. McDonald's right here pulled back a little bit, but looks like it's pretty good to try to run back up. And then here's your Disney right here, Luis Rodriguez. Haven't we been saying it's looking good? Disney's looking pretty good right there, I must say. So you keep an eye on that one. And then your Oxy we looked at earlier, just a little healthy pullback. ExxonMobil was up. And then your DXYZ right here was up and not looking bad. So you keep an eye on that. And they are like space ones. That has to do with SpaceX right there. So there you go with that one. And let's see what else there you guys want to look at. Let's take a quick look and see what's going on. And the Patriots just kicked off the ball. And the Chargers are going to have the ball now and try to get down the field and score. I'm not sure. I guess it's still the first quarter, I believe. I'm pretty sure it is. I can't really see it. But anyway, there you are with your NFL update. 3-0 Patriots over the Chargers at the moment. And let's see what you guys are looking at over here. So let me just scroll right to the top and then go right through these guys. And laptop travel, is the stream back to normal? I tried to fix it. I'm not sure what the heck I even did the other day, but I know I messed up something, but I tried to go back and fix it. Flatten you overnight there. J-Nug, let's see, and Silver are up. There you go. So that's good right there. J-Nug's up. Silver's looking good. So look at SLV guys and gold right here. I would say your top, some of your top picks right there for tomorrow, possibly GLD, SLV, probably going to be really good ones for tomorrow. They look like they're setting up the run up there, and they were looking pretty good Friday. I'm not going to lie. And all kinds of nonsense going on right there. Laptop travel with the whole Fed thing. I didn't even know what was going on. You guys brought it to my attention. I had no idea. That ASML did run up some more. That was crazy. Lockheed Martin still running up there, still looking pretty good. What's that? Constellation Energy Group. That looks pretty good right there. Constellation Energy Corp. And that does not look too bad right there to set up. This one was running up that LEU. That had been run up a little healthy pullback, and that still looks like it wants to run up. That looks like it's setting up Luis Rodriguez again. Keep an eye on that LEU and in that CEG right there. They could be good ones. And then Bloom Energy as well. And this one's been running up pretty good. Remember, we used to look at this thing way back here in like the 20s, and now it's in the 130s. Holy cow, guys. Remember we used to look at that Bloom Energy? Wow, that's pretty wild right there. Yeah, we used to definitely look at it way down there, BE Bloom Energy. So holy cow, that one got ripping along. And CRDO right here, Credo Technology. We've looked at this. That does look pretty good right there as well to set up semiconductor. And Applied, this one was running up pretty nice on Friday. Looks like it wants to continue its way up. And that is Applied Digital Corp right there. And I think they had pretty good earnings. I believe it used to be it was a Bitcoin crypto miner, and then they went into AI, and obviously that's way better right now. And CMPR, that's Simpress, and look at Simpress. I'm impressed by that one. That's pressing along right there. CMPR is Simpress. It's an Ireland company. Not familiar with it, but it looks real good. And then there's your SMR right there, and that's been looking good. New scale. And that is a nuclear one, so you keep an eye on that tomorrow. It's hitting the 50, but we'll see what it wants to do. And so Trump got the US DOJ to open up an investigation in the PAL, perhaps perjury or fraud charges based on his June 2025 statements to Congress. So there you go. And what that Luis Rodriguez said, he posted the PAL link on my X stream. Not good for the markets, though, huh? So let me see what's going on over here, guys, and see what's happening. Let me see on the extreme right there. Buckle up. The market's about to be kind of crazy, huh? And let me see. I did see. Oh, there it is right there. Here, I'll retweeted out video from Pal right there, so you guys can go check that out right now. That's not going to be a good one for the market. See, you just never know. That's why you're locking those profits before a Sunday or a Friday. I mean, because Sunday night, you just don't know what the hell's going to happen. AMC's at 170 in the overnight. We may be playing that. Redwire and Soundhound, we're looking really good right there. I must say, we did look at Redwire. I don't know what I just typed in, but this is Redwire right here. It is looking pretty good to try to continue its way up right there, so keep an eye on that. And then Soundhound right here was up, hitting the 50, but not looking bad right there, I must say, Luis Rodriguez. And let's see our $2 January 16th calls right there. So there you go. AMC's at $1.70. Laptop Travel had 100 of them. There you go. So beautiful. How about that call, Laptop Travel? Wasn't that insane? That's an insane call right there. I mean, that's who calls that? Who says that AMC is about to pop up like that when it's dead in the water? And you even said the night before, you're like, oh crap, this looks dead. And then all of a sudden I said, it could be a dip and rip look. Let's take a look at it tomorrow. And then bam, look at that thing on a Friday afternoon, just ripping along there, cruising, looking great. So how about that bad boy? That was a beauty. I know a bunch of people were playing that guy. And Pal is under criminal investigation. How crazy is that? And good evening, Sam. And yeah, we're going to keep an eye on this on MTPLF or whatever the heck it is, MTPLF. And that is that Meta Planet right here. Like I said, that looks like a good one to give out on the small cap show, Luis Rodriguez, if you don't mind. Like I said, either Laptop Travel, if you want to do a little research about it, because I don't know anything about the company, you can mention it. I'll mention the chart. Or if you want, I'll mention it, but I'll give Luis Rodriguez all the credit. Obviously, I'll just tell you that the chart looks good, but Luis Rodriguez said it looks good. So there you go with that. Let's look at your Toyota motor over here. It was pulling back the other day. It got real strong. Wow, look at that thing. Them pullbacks are crazy on Toyota motor. Holy mackerel. You're right. That thing is strong. And, oh, you got your own, so you don't need that one. I'll mention it for you there, Luis Rodriguez, if you don't mind. That Meta Planet right there for small caps, because that one looks like a good one. I'd say we can give that one out, and I'll give you all the credit for that one there. So there you go. And let's see, REMX, that's not even an ETF, or it's not like a two-timer, but it's like the metal one right here. And here you go. It's been running up rare earth and strategic metals ETF. It's not a two-time, but has been running up really nice and looks like it wants to run up some more. Fed news sending the markets crashing, Michael Anthony. And then I didn't know how to say Letitia James's name right there. So something like that. Letitia. I don't know. I can't even pronounce it when you break it down for me. Lay. It's not Lee, it's Lay. Letitia. Yeah, see, I can't pronounce it when you break it down for me, so it doesn't matter. Letitia James. Anyway, we were talking about her. And Pal says criminal investigation by Trump's Department of Justice threatens the Fed independence, Michael Anthony was saying. And we better look at this. We were talking about CBRL down there. And look at Bloomberg TV. We'll see anything after the open go much lower. Yeah, I would think that things might dip on that investigation right there. What is CBRA, though? Let's see. You said it might pop. We got to look at it then, Michael Anthony, right here. Sabra Healthcare. That doesn't look like it's popping at the moment. It looks like it's dipping down to me. I thought this was Sabra, the pizza company, like the pizza chain that has pizzas in like the casinos and then sometimes in airports, and then they have them in New York City as well. But it's definitely not that. It's spelled differently. But this thing is dipping down right there, Michael Anthony. We may have to catch this down here in like the lower 19s, I think. So keep an eye on that for a little more of a dip. And let's see what else is going on. Lucid right here. Buy at 10 for Lucid. Let's see. Hold on. It's at 11 something. I don't know, Michael Anthony. 10 might be a little. I mean, yeah, you might come down to that 10, but it could be getting set up right here. I just sold it, but it looks like it's pretty good. And I said I'd play it if it got set back up right there. I'll keep an eye on it. That's for sure. we were talking about Estee Lauder right here, and that thing's running back up there, Michael Anthony. That's not looking bad at the moment. That's for sure. All of them look good. Elf's little crew right here look good. Ulta was nice too as well, and that one was ripping along. So yeah, I would even say L looked pretty good right there. There was some Starlink news. What was it? Starlink was sending Starlink over in Iran or something. I don't even know what was going on. Again, I think I'm behind on all the news. Not that I'm a news person, so I don't follow it that much, but I haven't even. I just been kind of working all weekend and doing stuff, so I wasn't even really paying much attention. Didn't even know that the PAL thing took place. And let me see. A translation of something Michael Anthony said. If you look at the data on Bloomberg TV, you'll see that the broader market is weak. Expect everything to go much lower after the market opens. So here you go. This is what Michael Anthony said. He said, look at Bloomberg TV. We'll see anything after the open go much lower, right? Look at Bloomberg TV. We'll look at Bloomberg TV. We'll see anything after the open go much lower. Now that's exactly what he wrote word for word. And that translation, guys, in the AI, if Michael Anthony, you need to walk around with this AI translator, because now it says, if you look at the data on Bloomberg TV, you will see that the broader market is weak. Expect everything to go much lower after the market opens. How about that, Michael Anthony? Do you like that? That is perfect. And now I know what the heck you're talking about. So Luis Rodriguez, he's going to just translate everything for me, because now we have our own AI app that we built, our own prompt for Michael Anthony. So how awesome is that, guys? So now everybody can figure out what the heck he's talking about, because I just don't even know what half the time he's saying. I mean, it sounds interesting. We know you have a good point. You're a bright guy. You always bring great points to the show and great great stocks and everything else. You call crypto dipping down the market, but no one knows what the heck you're even talking about. But now we're going to know everything, Michael Anthony. It's going to be awesome. So when we have no idea what you're saying, Luis Rodriguez is going to translate it for us. How perfect is that? I mean, that is great right there. Our show is really revolved right here. I mean, we've gone pretty far, I must say. I used to just do these shows on X. Now you guys can see the screen, and not only that, now we got Michael Anthony, and then we even have an AI translator for him, so we know what he's saying. So that's pretty good. We're stepping it up into the next level here, and I even have a 10-second countdown before the show for you guys, because honestly, I was telling my wife, I hit the button to go live, and then it just like it comes on. I don't even know when it starts. It's just like I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, all right, I guess it's on. And I look back at the YouTube videos, and it says it's live, but it's already recording for a couple seconds, and I have no idea. It's kind of odd. So I was like, I need like that intro thing, so I just know when the thing's actually on. And so yeah, I'll add a little jingle to it too that Laptop Travel made me. He just sent it to me before the show. I didn't have time to add it to it tonight, but I'll add it after the show there. So anyway, here we go. And let me see what's going on here. I don't see the score, but I think it's still 3-0. Yeah. It's 3-3. I'm sorry. The Chargers scored a field goal, kicked the field goal. I didn't even notice. And now the Patriots had the ball, and they are starting around their own 20, but he just got to about the 35-yard line, and they're trying to walk down the field now. So there you go, 3-3, Chargers, Patriots in the game tonight, NFL game. And let's see, we looked at that play. That's Dave and Buster's right here, and like I said, it had been looking good, but we might have to look at that bad boy tomorrow. Obviously, the markets could be bad, and this could roll right off of it coming down. You have a lot of resistance up there, Michael Anthony. Galt has no drug that could go to $1, you said. And let me see. What is Galt at? 315? What are you talking about? You're saying it has no drug and it could go to $1? I thought they did have something there. I have no idea. Joseph Levy's the Galt expert. He knows. We'll have to ask him what the heck they have. I forget what it is, but he said it was pretty good. And like I said, this thing's entering the basement. It looks like a good opportunity right there, I must say. And you're watching Dave and Buster's. That play, you need the stock to drop back down to 14 before you're willing to enter it. So that's what you're going to be looking for, Luis Rodriguez right there. So if you guys want to take Luis Rodriguez's lead right there, he wants it to dip down to 14 before he gets back in. So there you go with that. CVI, watch that drop to 20. and that is what Michael Anthony's watching for right there, CVI, and that's CVR Energy and oil and gas refining. That is going to get set up. I think we should keep that on our list right there, Michael Anthony. That might have just made your list right there with your ABO, DLO. We could take that off, LWE, and this one right here, UEC. Yeah, I think this one's going to be good. CVI. I think that's a good one right there. That's going to get set up, CVR Energy or whatever it's called. Yeah, CVR Energy. And all the runner off the lows will start moving lower. What does that mean there? What is he saying? That's hilarious. All the runner off the lows will start moving low. So all the ones that are running low will run even lower, you're saying? And Luis Rodriguez said that Galt does not have a viable drug in its pipeline because of its lack of product. The stock is likely to crash down to $1. Wow. Okay, Luis Rodriguez. We'll be watching that one. Play and Galt, two different companies. Go back to what are you talking about, Michael Anthony? Play and Galt. We know that they're two different companies. Play's Dave and Buster's. Galt's a drug company over there. We know that. Let's see what else. Why does Play need platinum to price lower, Michael Anthony? Not related. I don't even know what the heck are you guys even talking about. I have no idea. Did I miss something that I'm not even saying? I'm not sure. But anyway, you guys are talking. And yeah, there you go, Zach. I did cover your Rocket Mortgage, and that's looking pretty good. Again, we'll just keep an eye on it tomorrow and keep a close eye on that CVR Energy. I agree. Do not buy it at the current price. Yeah, wait for it to drop a little. And $20 for you enter that bad boy. I agree right here. Look at it. It is looking pretty good, but I do think you could have a little more of a dip opportunity right there. So we'll be watching that. And translation, all those stocks that recently rallied ran up from their bottom levels are about to reverse course. Expect them to start moving lower again. So there you go. That is our translation. So thank you, Luis Rodriguez, for translating that. You can't write those two symbols in the same sentence. They're not really called. I don't even know what he's talking about. Why did he even? What made you think that we thought Play and Galt were the same company, Michael Anthony? I'm kind of confused. I'm not even sure why you thought that. I didn't reference either of them together. And Play is definitely Dave and Buster's. Galt has is a drug company. So yeah, I'm not sure where you got that at. I think you misheard something or something like that. Anyway, the Qs keep getting stronger to the downside, Michael Anthony said. All right, so Michael Anthony thinks the Qs are stronger in a bearish trend, is what I think he's saying. Right? I'll try to translate it too there sometimes. I don't even know. Stop confusing Play with Galt. They're two completely different companies. You clearly don't understand the difference. So you need to go back to school. What do you, yeah. Play is Dave and Buster's. Galt is like a drug company, guys, and we definitely know the difference. So there you go. Not too difficult right there. That's for sure. Doge Mama 9, you'll be keeping a watch. I will keep watching, and don't worry, you'll be careful for a possible dip and rip. You fear the dungeons right there. And we were talking about this Mimi right here. And again, this thing isn't that came out of the basement right there. Wasn't looking too bad. There was a couple of them. How about that MREO? Did you get into that one? That was really good right there and ran pretty nice on Friday. I remember seeing that bad boy, and I just added that to the list there. So that's curling up. You might want to look at MREO right there tomorrow as well. That looks good. And let's see. And we were talking about this one as well, MIGI, and we'll see what that one wants to do. It has a weird look, so we'll look at that one. And anyway, get in the silver. Yeah, that one's going to be pretty good, I would say. And Michael Anthony says I say to stay out of the market that selling can last for days. Well, then you just put it down there, Michael Anthony. That's all you got to do. And D-Lo could fall to 11. That's perfectly fine. We'll pick it back up again. UEC could fall also with the sell-off that people are selling at these levels. So, yeah, I think gold, silver, probably going to be good, your UVXY. Why aren't we looking at that real quick and see what's going on right here with our UVXY? And let's see. I had a nice little dip and rip kind of look right there. It looked like it was pulling back pretty good. Let's just look over here and see what our VIX is doing and what it wants to do, actually. And let's see. Oh, yeah, look at that Friday look right there. It does look like it wants to get strong for our VIX. So yeah, keep an eye on your UVXY as well tomorrow, guys, because this could be a nice little dip and rip look right there. We know that. And we were talking about RYM 10. That's at 70.26 in the overnight, huh? Oh wow, that's ripping along then, I would say. So there you go. I'd say Zem's going up. Zio, we were talking about, that's on the laptop travel list right there. And yeah, that's and Michael Anthony, we're just looking for that. That's a quick crawl up, pop up to about 121 or 126 right there, somewhere's in that range, and you're getting out of that. That's it. That's what you're looking at for them laptop travels, quick pops and get out. And RYN sell off could be a buy. That I already have a bid much lower, and WY also. So I don't know what RYN is. Rayoneer or something, and that looks like it was kind of cruising along right there. RYN, you got a bid for it to come down. It looks like it's popping up there. Sell off could be a buy. I don't even know. It's not even selling off, Michael Anthony. It looks like it's popping up. I don't know what you're looking at right there. And WY is Weyerhaeuser or something. And that one's popping up. Are you saying because they're popping up that they're going to be selling off here? I'm trying to gather what you're saying there because they both look pretty good for momentum runs tomorrow. Obviously, I'd look at them in the morning with the market and everything going to be opening up all crazy with the whole Fed pal, everything else right there. But yeah, I think they look pretty good going in. I don't know if you're alluding that since they're running up now that you could have a little dip back, and that would be possible, but you could see if they run up some more tomorrow. Futures did turn red after the pal post. Mag 7 stock market dominance shows signs of cracking right there, Michael Anthony said. And I did retweet the old pal stream. You guys can check that out. And let me see. Oh, there we go. Here you go, guys. Check out the live Michael Anthony translator. That is great. We're live with the translator. I love it. That is beautiful right there. That is hilarious. Michael Anthony, are you on X? I always ask, and I always forget what you say. Go look at the X post I just tweeted out from Louis Rodriguez. That is beauty right there. You even have a logo and everything. It is so great. I love it. And let's see. A portion of the investigation is related to the Fed building, but also about Powell's testimony under oath regarding facts, figures, data related to interest rates decisions. Wow, that's interesting. Guys, remember what I used to say, huh? I used to say that the numbers were fudged and shit was not even close to being what it was supposed to look like. Remember what I used to say about the charts during the Biden administration, guys? Remember, go back and think about what I used to say. I'm telling you, shit wasn't right. That's for sure. I could tell you by looking at the charts. You guys know that. And I used to say it all the time. So I should go back and pull them clips and put them out now. That would be great. However, let's see. However, we all know this is political revenge and threatening tactics. I agree with that for sure. But I bet he probably does have something on them, but usually don't go after them. I agree, laptop travel. So anyway, we'll be keeping an eye on silver in the morning. And Powell is leaving May 1st. Thank goodness he's out of there. Suggestion that Powell lied under oath is a serious allegation. And so, yeah, we're going to see. And I wouldn't doubt, like I said, I have a feeling he fudged some numbers and some data as well under the Biden administration. And then to further come along into rates decisions and all that good stuff. I don't doubt it, and it wouldn't surprise me at all. So anyway, that's interesting. We'll see how that plays out, and obviously how the market reacts, which will probably be red tomorrow. But gold and silver will probably be great. And let's see. What's TROX up to right here? Tronics Holdings right here. Up 32 cents. That's not bad. Who said that one? Laptop travel. I'd keep an eye on that in the morning. That looks pretty good right there. TROX. Yeah, that's pretty good. Everyone's still drinking their lemon water with their Himalayan salt. I still am. And I guess it's working. I don't know. I guess I'm still alive and still cruising. Like I said, I'll go get my blood work done in a couple weeks and we'll find out if it did anything. And Patriots just had a long play, I think, unless that's just a replay from some. Oh, no, they're just playing replays. I don't know no, never mind. I guess it's a commercial then. Sorry. I looked down and they had a commercial and everything fakes me out. I mean, NFL Network faked me out. I didn't even know what game was on. But it is the Pats versus Chargers. It was 3-3. It looks like it's at a commercial break right now. And TROX right here. I'd keep an eye on that in the morning. Look at that bad boy in the top. Looks like it wants to continue going up there. So keep an eye on that. And your comment panel is open again properly. Good laptop travel. Thank you very much. Perfect. Yeah, I don't know what the heck I did to be. I know I changed one of the settings, and I guess that changed everything. I had no idea, but I went in and hit, and then I tried to make it so that the thing does the oh, I never even changed. Oh yeah, I did. I tried to make it so that the thing does the what is it called when it does the words, the closed captioning in English all the time. That's what I was trying to do. Anyway, that's what I was doing. So, and then I hit something else. I don't know what I pushed, but I had to go back and figure it out, and I guess I did. So thank you, laptop travel. And let's see. Let me see. They're trying to get me to be able to say her name right. I still can't be able to say it right. It's too funny. Lay. It's not Lee. It's Lay. Lay Tisha. Huh. Oh man, that's a hard. I couldn't imagine having to be a teacher and be like, what's your name? And then she'd be like, Letitia, and I'd be like, all right, I have to like write this out just like Luis Rodriguez did. That's how I'd have to write it. Lay T. Shut just like that if I wanted to get it right. And I still don't even know if I'm saying her name right. So what a name. But anyway, yeah, she's in some shit too, because like I said, she went after Trump and then all of a sudden she had mortgage fraud going on. So I guess what goes around comes around all the time. And yeah, I guess all these people were messing with Trump and now he's in the power to go back and mess with them. That's for sure. And anyway, it's 3-3 still. Let me see if I can even read what let me blow that thing up because I can't read what it says. It is in the second quarter there. Oh, well, this game's cruising along. Second quarter, it was 2-minute warning is what they were just at. So it's second quarter with like a minute 30 left. And it looks like the Patriots are trying to get down there to try to kick a field goal or do something at the end of the second quarter, the first half. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'll keep you guys posted, and then we'll wrap up our show, and everyone can go enjoy the second half of this playoff game, the Chargers and the Patriots. Oh, no, the Chargers are trying to what the heck they're trying to get a first down. I see what they're doing. Everyone's trying that push tush now like the Eagles do. And the Bills did it, I think. I think the guy, they went like 12 yards. It was the craziest push tush I ever saw. Like one of their like linemen just picked up the quarterback and just like walked them halfway down the field. It was crazy. Anyway, that play is pretty wild, but now everybody's doing it. So it's kind of funny that they wanted to go from banning it to now all the teams are doing it. So kind of funny about that. But anyway, let's keep going here. And they're going to another commercial. TROX right there. Keep an eye on that bad boy. RYN and WY both are timber around the world. Oh, they have wood? Is that what they do? I have no idea. But anyway, yeah, they look good to run up tomorrow anyway, but we'll keep an eye on him, Michael Anthony. And Trox is overbought, and he said no one cares. And SATS is on a tear overnight. Let's see what that SATS is up to. SATS, isn't that I'm trying to think of the name of it, and I can't think of it. Echo Star, isn't this the one that Elon wanted to buy or whatever? Look at this thing. You're right. This thing is ripping up there the other day. What's it doing now? It's up 8.5%. Wow, that's pretty good then. Yeah, SATS ripping there then in the overnight. So keep an eye on that bad boy. SATS could continue up, and maybe there's some news coming out about that today. Maintains a buy rating on them. It's amazing when they come out on a Sunday. 1:04 a.m. It could be what 1:04. I guess that's overseas in the other part of the world. So I guess that's how that works. And they're already opened up over there, so that does make sense then. Anyway, there you go. That's what our market looks like right there. crypto, like I said, looking pretty good tonight. And Solana looking really good right there. Bitcoin, Ethereum, all them. So BMNR and them guys could be looking really good tomorrow as well. So they could be some good plays. Silver and gold should be looking pretty good as well tomorrow. So keep them on your radar. And let's see what else is happening over here real fast. Let's just look over at the most active ones. MTEN, that one was dipping down. RENX right here, nothing too crazy. And Intel's been looking good. There's that OCG we've been watching. I don't think it's going to do anything. Maybe it tries to run tomorrow. I don't know. Keep an eye on it. Open door right there. There's that data vault pulling back a little bit in the video. Pulling back some plug. ONDS wasn't too bad on Friday. We have to see how these all open up tomorrow. And silver looking good. Like we said, our LRHC, that was running up with all the mortgage ones and ASST right there. They were trying to pump it up. GP's another oh no, that was GP's that green power one. I was thinking of something else. And so yeah, there you go. And like I said, keep an eye. We'll look at the SQQ right here, and that is your pro short. And that it could be a little dip and rip look right there, guys. So we'll obviously be keeping an eye on that. And there's a minute 20 left in the second quarter right here, 3-3. The Chargers have the ball on their own, about 28-yard line, it looks like. And it looks like they're just trying to kill the clock down and just keep the Patriots from getting the ball, I think, is what it looks like they're trying to do. Anyway, that's what the game's doing, the NFL game right there. Some great games on all weekend. And their hurry up offense right there, 55 seconds left. They're trying to get down the field, probably to get into some field goal range, and he just got sacked. He just got taken down. And there you go. So Patriots sacked them 44 seconds, and someone called a timeout. 3-3, coming down to the end of the first half right there. Chargers, Patriots, pretty good game. So you guys can go enjoy that. Some great football was on this weekend, that's for sure. And in recent days, Echo Star's analyst coverage shifted meaningfully as the firms included TD, somebody, Cohen, and Douche Bank, or how do you say that bank's name, reiterated positive views and highlighted emerging business catalysts, such as potential spectrum transactions and post something, Dish acquisitions opportunity. It's up on the screen. You guys read it. And so yeah, there you go. Laptop travel. Appreciate that news right there. So yeah, you guys go enjoy the rest of the football game. That's what the market looks like. It looks like it could be a little wild tomorrow, with Powell saying that the Justice Department served the Fed with subpoenas. That's going to be an interesting one tomorrow morning to open up. So we'll be on at 7 a.m. to see how that market wants to react. It could be red. You guys said the futures were down, and that would be not surprising if that's going on. So we could see a red market tomorrow, but silver, gold will be looking good. BMNR could be a good one. Crypto and them guys will be probably looking good as well. And some of the metals, we'll be looking at them. And it looks like it's still 3-3, and it's going to come to the 41 seconds. I don't know what they're up to, but you guys can watch the game right there. So there you are, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the Sunday evening right here. And crypto looking good. Laptop travel, Michael Anthony and Luis Rodriguez. And, of course, Sam, Doge Mom, and 9, Robin, Zach, everybody else hanging out. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I know there's a lot of other people tuning in, hanging out, chiming in. I'm just trying to see real quick if I missed anybody that chimed in. And that is what the market looks like. So we do the show every evening, Sunday nights through Thursday nights at 8 p.m. And then we do our pre-market show every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. So we'll be on tomorrow morning to see what the market looks like. I was just watching the game. They were kicking the ball, punting the ball off to the Patriots, and they have like 31 seconds left to try to get down there and score some points before the end of the first half. And it is 3-3. So that is your football update right there. We'll be back in the morning. You guys enjoy your Sunday evening. Go enjoy the game or do some stock research. You guys have a heck of a watch list. I'm going to put the night note in the Discord. I'll see you guys in the morning. Any questions, shoot me a DM on X. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. And until tomorrow morning, I'll see you guys. Enjoy your night. Enjoy the game. And I'll see you guys at 7 a.m. Have a good night, everybody.